everybody. This is your old buddy Ultravirus from the KSP forums, and today we're going to give you a secret look inside the evil machinations of the Wayland Corporation. We're going to talk about something we've been working on here. This is, of course, going to be the Eagle, which those of you who are fans of the show Space 1999 will be intimately familiar with. This will be the third version we've worked on so far, and the big difference is this will use the stock resource system. Now, obviously, this one I've got here is just a work in progress that I've kind of fabbed up. Devo has to work his Australian magic on it. But here, let's show you some of the parts we've added here so far. The only additional part is this. It's a dummy engine. It does not have a thrust vector on it. Now, for this, what you can do is KSP has these handy features. You can see the center of mass and the center of thrust. Now, you can see here's my VTOL engines. Now they're showing up here, but here's the center of mass. So I can't line those up and get it to fly straight unless I stick a dummy part on there, and it has to be a dummy part of the same one because of the way KSP does part mass. And we'll actually get into that. We'll actually look into that right now. Now to add fuel, I mean it's just in the configs, but the way KSP models mass and fuel, when you add the fuel to these things, it adds mass because KSP accounts for the mass of the fuel. And in the Eagle's case in particular, the way the main thrust part is shaped, the center of mass of the fuel brings it all the way up by itself up to here. So I've had to add fuel to the landing pods here to give them a counterweight to bring the center of mass down to where you can fly straight with it. Now that means that this one is a lot more sensitive to the part placement. So you really have to make sure you get these things on just about as level as you can get them and as opposed to each other as you can get them. This will really help you to fly straight. And of course, as you can see, I can just move these around a little bit and bam, there I am, perfectly balanced for VTOL flight. And I just take the dummy part off, trash it, stick the real engine back on, and of course here, now the center of thrust has changed, and you can see why we have to use the dummy part to line up the axes. Now, let's launch this thing. I'm sorry, it's taken a while. Anyway, of course, the Wayland Corporation is Devo, as you'll know, on Devo Gen now, since he's changed his name since the big great forum apocalypse. And of course, it's night here in Kerbin. Well, that's okay. The Eagle has lights these days. As you can see, I'm using the new Mk.3, which is pretty awesome. I have to say, my hat's off to those guys. They have done some amazing work. Now, these engines also use, well, you can right-click them to control them, of course, here, just like a stock engine, and they use the action groups. As you can see, I'm going to use the action group. I've got mine set up for 1. That's all my engines on. Now we're going to use the action group to turn that engine off, and now we're going to go VTOLing. And here, we're going to hit Keyvert. Now, as a virtue of it being, having weight for the fuel, etc., this one's a little bit more unstable than the Mark II Eagle that you can download from the spaceport right now. And also another part of that is these engines don't have their thrust angled. There it is, point straight down. Now the Mark II version, those of you who will be familiar Alright, and thanks for watching, guys. Here we go. So stay tuned to the forums. We'll have this thing ready in no time.